Right now, the 30A market feels a little slower, and a lot of people are starting to wonder if things are finally cooling off down here. But when you actually step back and look at what's happening, that's not really the case. Sitting here at this Gulffront home on Pompano Street in Inlet Beach, it's a pretty good reminder that buyers are still making moves when the location, lifestyle, and setting feels right to them. You're walking distance to Rosemary and Alice out here, but still tucked away enough to slow things down. And that balance is a big part of what people are still chasing along 30A right now. If you're new here, I'm Colin Berry with the Simpson Group at Christie's International Real Estate Emerald Coast along 30A, and also the co-owner of Reside 30A, where we help oversee and care for the luxury second homes along the coast that are not rental properties. And I want to break down what's actually happening in the market right now, because what we're seeing is less of a slowdown and more of a shift back into a normal market cycle. If you look back at the first few months of the year, things were moving pretty quickly. We saw a big jump in deals getting done, especially compared to last year. So coming off of that kind of start, this stretch was always going to feel a little different. And that's exactly where we are right now. April has been much flatter. Things feel a little quieter, buyers are taking their time again, and the urgency we saw earlier in the year isn't quite the same at this moment. But this isn't something unusual. This is actually a pretty typical part of the 30A cycle. You usually see a bit of a lull between spring break and the start of summer. And this is where it's easy to misread what's going on in the market. Just because things feel a little slower right now doesn't mean the market is weak. If you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, sales are still up over 30% this year, and transactions are up not far behind that. Inventory has also come down quite a bit from where it was last year. So even though things feel quieter in the moment, the overall market is in a really solid position. And this is the part I'm watching closely. The next few weeks are going to tell us a lot. If we start to see deals pick back up heading into summer, which is typically the busiest time of year down here along 30A, this could set up for a really strong stretch over the next few months for buyers and sellers. So this moment right now, it's less of a slowdown and more of a reset before the next push. And one thing that's worth paying attention to right now is the seller side. Listings are actually down compared to where they've been over the past couple of years. So for anyone who's been thinking about selling but waiting for the right time, this is one of the better setups we've seen in a while. So if you're watching the market right now and it feels a little slower, you're not wrong. But it doesn't necessarily mean things are heading in the wrong direction. It just means we're in a different part of the cycle. And we'll have a much clearer picture here pretty soon of what the summer is going to look like. If you're interested in 30A, whether it's the market, different communities, or even just where to grab a nice bite to eat after being at the beach all day, follow along. I'll keep you updated as things play out down here along the coast.